The date, I remember it very well. It was August 1st, 2005. I'd gone through quite a bit of testing, but didn't know anything, and got up in the morning. It was a Monday, went to work, and I got this phone call shortly after I got to work, and they said, "Your doctor just called. You might want to give them a call back. It sounded like they needed to talk to you." And I said, "Okay." So I called, and the nurse said that my doctor wanted to see me today at noon. And I said, "Okay, well," but she had actually mentioned that she wanted my husband and I to come in at the same time. And I thought, that's kind of odd, strange request. But, and I said at the time that I wasn't sure my husband could make it because he had an appointment, but I would try and make sure he would be there. And she says, "Well, I think it's a good idea that he comes too." And I thought right then my heart kind of skipped a beat and my stomach dropped. And I thought, that's probably not a good thing. So we got to the doctor's office, and the nurse brought us into the room, and usually there's, the exam table and a chair. Well, there just so happened to be 2 chairs and then a box of Kleenex, and I thought, oh no. I basically wanted to turn around and walk back out of the room, but we sat down. We were kind of waiting for a few minutes, and the doctor came in, and she just started crying, and I thought, oh my gosh. She goes, "I'm so sorry, but I found cancer." And I thought, okay, I'm 30 years old. I have 2 very young children. I actually kind of started laughing. I was like, what? This is impossible. I didn't even know we were looking for cancer. I mean, that didn't even cross my mind. And she kind of said, "You have cervical cancer, and we caught it very early. It's a good thing, and we'll go ahead and get it out, and we'll schedule you for surgery right away. You'll have a complete radical hysterectomy." My husband was in tears, and I was just standing there, completely flabbergasted, wondering, how did this happen? How did I get to this point? On the way home from the doctor's office, we went to my parents' house and told them, of course, and they were in tears, and we were all in tears, and I thought, it's okay, we're going to get through this. They said it's early, it's not a big deal, obviously we'll get through it. So here I am with a huge diagnosis, no idea where to go, what to do. She talked to another doctor at the Seattle Cancer Care Alliance, and she was able to get me in as quickly as possible. My first appointment there was actually really, really good. And, they bring you into the exam room, and they do the exam, and then they actually take you out and take you into a conference room where they have your gynecologic oncologist, and they have the radiation oncologist, and they have all the residents and the nurse, and it's this big team that it's a bit overwhelming at first, but comforting at the same time. So they're really good about answering all the questions that you have. I had stage 1B2 cervical cancer, and that's a stage that is there's still some questions about it. I think of myself as a really positive person, and it wasn't until right before I started that I thought, I don't know if I can do this. Chemotherapy is a very, very scary thought, if you've never been through it. And mine, thank God, didn't affect me as harshly as you would think. I kind of had a meltdown. All this positive energy was finally leaving me, and I thought, oh my gosh, I don't know if I can do this, but had a good cry session and got right back on the saddle. Yeah. I knew that I was going to be able to make it to the other side, and I think that has a lot to do with the outcome. I think my parents, it's every anniversary of my remission date, they still bring over flowers and a card, and, it's really cute.